Are you ready to harness the power of the divine masculine within you? This energy is not about man or woman. It's not about dominance or control, but about strength, protection, and courage. It's about embracing your true essence as a powerful soul and stepping into your full potential. It's time to let go of the toxic masculinity and instead cultivate qualities like integrity, compassion, and authenticity. Today I'm going to talk about what the divine masculine means, and then I'm going to tell you how to enhance the energy inside of you, whether you're a man or a woman. The divine masculine is about being in touch with your emotions and vulnerability while still maintaining your inner strength. When you tap into the divine masculine, you become a force of positive and light in the world. You lead with love and kindness, inspiring those around you to do the same. So, how can you unlock this power within you? Well, start by connecting with your inner self through meditation and reflection. Most people think that meditation is about quieting the mind. Well, yes and no. You consistently have chatter that is happening in the background. I have to feed the kids. Did I lock the door when I left? Do people like me? Oh, my boss, what a pain in the ass. I call this useless chatter. It does nothing but breed emotions and make you feel them. The meditation that I'm talking about is a deeper internal process. These thoughts seem to come from a more divine source. I will be making a video on how to simply meditate coming up very soon. If you don't want to miss this meditation video or other deep insights that I will be delving into, click the subscribe button down below. So, the divine masculine is about practicing self-care and self-love, knowing that taking care of yourself is not selfish, but necessary. Embrace your unique talents and gifts and use them to serve others. Together we can create a world where the divine masculine thrives and where we can encourage to be our best selves. Are you ready to step into your power and make a difference? At its core, the divine masculine embodies a multifaceted array of qualities that transcend conventional gender norms. Rather than emphasizing brute force or control, the divine masculine exudes strength tempered with wisdom, courage, and integrity. It is the courage to stand in one's truth, the resilience to face challenges with grace, and the commitment to uphold principles of justice and honor. In addition to strength and compassion, the divine masculine embodies a sense of balance and harmony, a recognition of the interconnectedness of all things and the importance of integrity, both light and shadow aspects of the self. It's the ability to embrace vulnerability without weakness, to express emotions without shame, and to honor the sacred union of opposites, yin and yang, masculine and feminine, action and receptivity. The role of the divine masculine in personal growth and spiritual evolution. Embracing the divine masculine is an integral part of the journey of personal growth and spiritual evolution. By cultivating qualities such as strength, compassion, and balance, individuals can tap into their inner wisdom and unleash their full potential. I hope you heard the last sentence. Unfortunately, I see spiritualists either cultivating the divine feminine or the divine masculine. Very rarely do I see both being worked on. This will leave you unbalanced and will lead you astray. The divine masculine serves as a guiding force, empowering individuals to overcome obstacles, navigate challenges, and live authentically in alignment with their values and purpose. Furthermore, the divine masculine plays a crucial role in fostering healthy relationships and creating harmonious communities. So, how does one enhance the divine masculine energy? One thing you have to keep in mind is for this energy to be enhanced inside of you, you may need to remove some of the programming that was installed inside of you from society. For this, we have to understand where duality comes into the mix in today's society. Unfortunately, today we look at a soul that is masculine as toxic, and we look at feminine as weak. And we see this in society because people only work on one or the other, and scales are too much feminine or too much masculine, when actually having qualities of both manifest a powerful soul. I'll be making a video on the divine feminine shortly, but today we'll stick with the divine masculine energy. So one of the ways to enhance the divine masculine is by cultivating self-awareness. Encourage introspection and self-reflection to understand one's thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. This self-awareness forms the foundation for personal growth and transformation. Unfortunately, most spend their lifetime pushing down the thoughts that they believe created bad emotion. What they don't understand is that we are here as observers. This is a hard concept to understand for most. When we understand how to step back and observe everything that is happening, we allow the things that we observe in the thoughts without tying them to emotions. When we do this, we allow our souls to learn instead of repressing. After this is accomplished, we pull out all of those past thoughts that we did tie with emotions, throw them on the table one by one, and start to learn by setting emotions aside. So the next way to enhance the divine masculine is by emotional intelligence. We do this by developing the ability to recognize, understand, and manage emotions effectively. This includes being empathetic towards others, expressing emotions in healthy ways, and fostering emotional resilience. You can look at this as the guard dog for your thoughts. It won't let those pesky emotions stick to your thoughts like glue. Understand that I'm not saying emotions are bad. There are times to allow your emotions, but the key here is to allow. But when uncontrolled emotions are integrated with your thoughts, it's like dumping ketchup on top of your vanilla ice cream. It just doesn't work. Although, I used to have a roommate in college that put ketchup on his Fruit Loops. Sit with that for a moment. So on to the next. Vulnerability. Embracing vulnerability as a strength rather than a weakness. Being vulnerable involves being open and authentic about one's feelings, fears, and struggles, which fosters deeper connections with intimacy in relationships. This is extremely hard for most people. Society pounds it into our brains. We can't show weakness. We have to be strong. And really, it's not the vulnerability that we're afraid of. We're afraid of what people think about us. My suggestion is sitting with yourself a while with the idea of why does it really matter what people think? And then you can throw out the idea of being popular when you have no problem with being vulnerable. I will guarantee you that secretly those other people will wish they could do what you do. Then we have empathy and compassion. Cultivating empathy and compassion towards oneself and others. This involves understanding and empathizing with the experiences and emotions of others, as well as practicing kindness and compassion in interactions. Notice I highlighted oneself. If you cannot freely offer compassion, love, and understanding to yourself, you will never be able to do that and genuinely show empathy to others. Once again, this takes some reprogramming of thoughts in your mind, as well as digging out all of the comments and understandings you have balled up deep inside of you from the past. So let's take the simple idea of self-love. It is always interesting when I ask people why they love themselves. I get the whole, let me think about that for a while. Most of the time, they will start spitting out a bunch of accolades or calculations, as I call them. I'm a good cook. I'm a good mother. I'm a good father. I'm smart. I have a cute nose. What they're doing is making a calculation to equate to self-love. We do this with friends, family, lovers in our lives, and really everyone. What most don't understand is that we were born with love, and it took society to bury that understanding. Now, this is a video all by itself, but I will tell you that you can look at love like the feeling of walking outside after it has rained, and the warm morning sun hits your face, and you can smell the fresh flowers tickling your nose. That's love. It just happens, and it is. There is no calculation. So healthy boundaries. Establishing and maintaining healthy boundaries in relationships and interactions can be challenging for most. This involves knowing one's limits, asserting oneself when necessary, and respecting the boundaries of others. Most people have boundary issues stemming from their past issues that they dump on those in the present. It is hell for a trustworthy person not to be trusted, and most likely, the person that does not trust will blame the other person for the emotions that are stirred up from not being trusted. My grandmother had a saying, "I give them trust until it's taken away from me." I've never forgotten that, and I live by that creed. I will tell you that if I hear someone say that I have to earn their trust, I walk the other way. I know people are saying, well, that's pretty rigid, but I only keep people around me with the highest integrity. Believe me, the list is short. That's the whole idea of this video, to look for those that have both the divine masculine and feminine energies. Okay, that's enough heaviness. Integrity and authenticity. Live in alignment with one's values and principles and be authentic in words and actions. Integrity involves being honest, trustworthy, and reliable, which fosters respect and credibility in relationships. This goes hand in hand with being trustworthy. If someone tells me that they're going to be somewhere or do something, I expect them to follow through. If not, I have no problem with a good reason why they didn't. Today, many people will see these ideas as harsh and closed off. There's a reason for that. It's because most people don't have the energies and qualities attached to themselves. Respect and diversity. Embrace diversity and recognize the value of different perspectives, experiences, and identities. This involves challenging stereotypes and biases and actively promoting inclusivity and equality. This does not mean that you have to mold to someone's ideas and beliefs, and it certainly doesn't mean that you have to compromise your beliefs and understandings to fit with someone else's. There's a very fine line here for society, but a very thick one that is drawn for the divine masculine. The divine masculine will respect someone's beliefs as long as it does not impede on their way of thinking. If this happens, the divine masculine will speak their piece and defend the sanctity of their space, not in a right or wrong type of way. The divine masculine is always open to hear other points and views. Just don't try to shove it down their throat. Most likely, you will regret doing this. Empowerment and support. Support the empowerment of oneself and others, particularly the marginalized and underrepresented groups. This involves advocating for justice, equality, and opportunities for all individuals to thrive. This goes for all individuals that can empower themselves or ones that cannot. The Divine Masculine has no time for people that can empower themselves but don't. Now, lack of empowerment for yourself comes from your thoughts tied to emotions that were initiated by others. Thoughts like, I'm not worthy, I'm no good, I'm stupid, and on and on. Once again, these thoughts have to be ripped out, put on the table, and gone over with a fine-tooth comb. Mindfulness and presence. Cultivating mindfulness involves being fully engaged and attentive in each moment, which fosters clarity, focus, and the appreciation for life's experiences. Most people don't understand that their subconscious will soak up everything like a sponge. Their consciousness is inattentive, while their unconsciousness is very attentive. The key here is to work on your consciousness to be as attentive as your unconsciousness. The best way I know how to do this is to set little alarms on your phone to remind you to pay attention to everything around you. You do this by using all of your senses and taking all the information in without adding emotion. I call this waking up the conscious observer. Continuous learning and growth. Commit to lifelong learning and personal growth. This involves seeking knowledge, experience, and feedback that facilitate personal development and evolution as a person. Most people learn just enough to get by. The Divine Masculine, however, will keep learning until their last dying breath. This is done with love and compassion for their fellow souls, all done to help the collective consciousness rise.